Well, hello and welcome, fellow babies. It's Saturday night, silly shill show time with us, the Shills. We got a packed house and we got a great show for you as we bring Godless Scummer to the table and we welcome back Conspiracy Catz. So let's get around the room and see what everybody's up to. The videos are a surprise for later. And I think we should start right at the top with Boole. How you doing, Boole? What's happening your way, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm basking in the glow of last night, I guess. Got talked to a lot of people today. Not much has changed, although from yesterday, I just kind of took it easy today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight.
Excellent. Yeah, it's going to be great. We've got an awesome one planned. I can't wait. Let's check in with Jutmonkthedrunk Monkey, buddy.
Oi, fucking oi, bro.
How are you, man?
Sound wicked, buzzing. We got great people on, and there's fucking loads of us, man. It's going to be epic.
I love it. I love it. How's life in the jungle? What are you up to today?
Well, you know, I'm busy at the moment, but my working days come from Monday. That's when I'm going to start churning some shit out. I was going to refrain from swearing there. Where the fuck do I think I am, Mr. Sensible or something? No, man, fuck that.
Oh, that's funny.
There's stuff coming out. There's stuff. I've said it before. We got Dubai. That's going to start soon. We got there's a couple of things that I'd like to hold back for now. Yeah. Go on. Fucking crack.
Let us know when you're ready.
Now. I'm done.
Awesome. Right on. Let's check in with everybody's favorite head in a jar. Kevin Kennedy, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm barely alive today. I'm not even totally sure if I can make it through tonight's show. But I wanted to at least drop in and say hello to everyone, and especially our guests. Thank you guys very much for coming. And I'm sorry I'm not in a slightly more fit condition for it.
Oh, that's a bummer, man. Well, upend a bottle of scotch, get yourself better.
I was just about to say, can we just pour some vodka in his jar? Maybe that'll help him out.
It's clear.
I think it's just that he's getting lonely. He needs a goldfish to keep him company in there.
Brilliant.
Oh, man. Well, let's see if we can't get things a little bit more lively for you, and maybe you'll want to stick around and not feel too bad. I hope so, buddy. Let's check in with the Sarcastic Barman. What's happening over in the world of the taps, buddy?
Oh, the world of the taps is fucking awesome, and flat earthers continue to be fucking morons. And Joey Rocha, if he ever watches this, you're a scared piece of shit. He posted a video the other day on his post. He's like, look, rockets are fake. He said, where's your proof? He said, look, it's this video here. I said, okay. Right, so I went through the entire video. It was like an hour long, wrote a small essay on all the things that was wrong with it. His response was, boom, baby. I was like, you're fucking joking me. I spent a fucking hour and a half going through this video. You fucking asshole. Go and fucking do the fucking stuff on it, you twat. And no, because it's Joey Roach, he just runs away and doesn't like to answer anything, dickhead. Anyway, all good otherwise.
Oh, man. Joey, you pissed off the barman. He's fucking coming for you, buddy. Look out.
Yeah, but
I love it. Right on.
Let's face it, barman, they're all fucking dickheads.
Yeah, but at least some of them got the balls to stand up and respond to what you say. But Joey Rocha, you're just a cock, mate.
Yeah, that's just it, isn't it? That's just it.
Trolling me.
Oh, I hate that one too. And here, let's get to somebody who really knows how to deal with the trolls, because he gives them the old steaming cup of reason. How's it going, buddy? What's happening your way?
Oh, how you doing, brother? I'm good, man. Still kind of waking up, so forgive me if I slur a little bit.
Coffee and vodka, man. Coffee and vodka.
Oh, man, you know it, brother. You know it. Oh, but yeah.
How's things your way? What's new in your world? Yeah.
Well, I've got a new show coming up really soon on the iNetwork. We'll be seeing the promo for that a little bit later. Still kind of working on what's happening with Logic and Reason. As soon as we have that all sorted, we'll be posting notice. So watch this space. And as far as the rest is concerned, well, we're still locked down. One more week in the office because coronavirus. The schools are still closed for another week. So. Other than that, things are good, man. Things are good.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And speaking of his partner Logic there in the Logic and Reason show, he can't be with us tonight because he's out getting some. So let's turn to Ilya Moon and see how she's doing tonight. What's happening your way, Ilya? How's things?
Things are good. I got moved today, so I'm finally in my own place with my own space.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a big thing. So I'm really happy, and my dog is with me, which makes me feel really happy. So, but things are good. I'm just a little tired, but otherwise I'm good.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Before we continue with the rest of the panel, I want to say Flat Earth Aussie Jesus is in the chat. Everybody leave him be. Let him do his thing and whatnot. We don't block and ban around here unless somebody gets racist or something. So let's just make sure we got that cool. Good to see you, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Right
Yeah, oi, Aussie. I like that, mate.
Right on. So let's see what our producer tonight, Tattie-Bogle, is up to. How you doing, buddy? Oh, muted. There he is. There he is. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, the better now. I'm just going to have to throw this computer out the window a wee bit and try again. But no, doing grand, man. Doing grand. Absolutely buzzing for tonight's show, man. I tell you. Get some absolute beezers lined up for you. Once again, I make no apologies.
You're too happy, and I'm scared. You are way too happy over this. It's not good. It's not good. I'm scared.
I was going to say, should I be afraid? Should I be very afraid?
Well, you're really catching on, buddy. Oh, man. All right, Tatty. And speaking of which, let's check in with Aimee Hogan, our showrunner tonight. How's it going, Aimee?
It's going great. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. Oh, I just see AB popped in too, so I got to get to him after you. But what's happening your way, Aimee?
Not too much. Matt's in listening to some music. We had his critters today. We were singing. He didn't kick me out this time, so that was a plus. So I haven't scarred him for life yet, so that's a good sign.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Glad
so
to hear it.
we're good. Thank you.
Good.
And I just wanted to say thank you to Jeff and to Conspiracy Cats for coming on tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. This is going to be so much fun.
Absolutely. And a latecomer to the party who has had technical issues so great that he literally just kicked the crap out of every piece of gear in his house, went to the store and bought new kit. We've got AB Science. How you doing, buddy?
Hello. Am I actually right?
Oh, no, you're still too quiet.
Oh, you mother.
Holy.
Right. Oh, jeez.
Come on.
And how's this?
Yeah. Well, I hear you better.
All right, because according to my system, I'm driving the shit out of the microphone now.
Oh, drive that bitch, man. Drive that bitch.
How is it? How's this? How's this?
Oh, yes.
You're getting there.
There you
You're
go.
still too quiet, but you're getting there.
Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I am pressing all the fucking buttons. Seriously, I would get shot.
We're going to need like a Spinal Tap 11 here. That's what we need.
I've gone past 11. It's on 1100 right now. Something desperately going wrong. Seriously, every meter I've got going on my screen right now is driving and screaming at me, fucking stop.
Wow.
It's weird.
Wow. Crazy. I just don't understand technology sometimes, and I make my living from it. So what does that say, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm supposed to be building this shit for a living, and I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
No doubt. Well, let me give you a second to keep playing there, and I'll get to the guests, and then we'll get around the table and, see what you're up to then.
Smashing.
So, first up, we've got to introduce a new guest to the show, somebody that's never been here before, and we're really excited to have. We've got Godless Scummer. How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Hi, brilliant. Thanks for having me on. Great to be here. Glad we got through the F-bomb barrier already, which means I can really fucking feel at home here.
There you go.
Very pumped up to be on, especially with Conspiracy Cats, and I've got to say to him, first of all, on air, congratulations on your supreme takedown of Kent Hovind the other week, my friend. So, anyway, looking forward to you knocking some stupid on the head today.
Here, here. Hello.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Look, sorry, I cut out.
That's
for a minute
awesome.
there.
Yeah, well, so did I there. I don't know what happened,
There was
but that was a
yeah.
But we're back. We're good, and we've got Conspiracy Catz, buddy. Welcome back to the show. How you doing?
Hey, it's good to be back as always, and loving the set. Like, have you changed it since last time, or is it the same?
We tweaked a few things around, new desks for the production team and whatnot, and a few things. Few more changes coming too. We got some good ideas coming.
It's looking good. I like it. You could do like a bit of a mini bar or something like that there when we get thirsty, but it's nice.
Oh, no, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yes.
You know what? I think we should hire Riley to be the bartender. He could push a little cart in, hand out the drinks, and then we could, give him shit and kick him out. That'd be great fun.
I think you're totally overestimating Riley's capability if you think he could even do that.
Yeah, he'd be mixing a drink. He's like, but where do I put the egg? I don't get it.
In a glass of piss, obviously.
Well, we know we can fill them up, don't we, sir?
Exactly.
So before we hit a video or anything, anybody got any tales of woo? You seen any especially crazy videos or anything? Anybody like to share with the group? Let's play kindergarten. Whose turn to share?
Actually, if it's okay, I've got a super chat.
Oh, yes. Perfect timing. Let's do it.
Thank you. Yes. From John Rapp, $2 Australian. He says, good day, everyone. Someone forgot to plug in the jar.
Yeah, maybe Kevin does need a little recharge. But I still think a goldfish. I mean, everybody likes a goldfish. Wouldn't that make you happy?
Of course, man. Goldfish are wicked. They're ace.
Like every time he comes around, he gets to introduce himself to me for the first time again.
Yeah. And then when you get bored of them, you can just eat them.
Just keep swimming.
And the cool part is when Kevin eats them, they just come right back out and swim again because there's no stomach.
Yeah.
He's a fun house for fish. What can we say?
Yeah. But, Kevin actually becomes like ornament in the tank.
It's the living rock cave. The living rock cave, Kevin.
Okay, we're going to check in with AB and see if he's got some volume for us this time.
Okay, how are you guys doing on this fine and beautiful evening?
Hey! Well, we can hear you now.
Hey,
but,
much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my voice will sound a little bit different because you are getting absolutely no processing. Everyone, this is what I sound like when I'm talking raw without any EQ or compression or anything. It's a little bit different, I'm aware of it. But yeah, that's it.
Well, sometimes it's going to happen. Yeah, Kevin.
Can I jump in with something really quickly? There's an argument going on in chat about how Flat Earth Aussie Jesus blocked Phil Blacka. And Aussie Jesus says it's because he was being full of hate speech and ad hom attacks. You literally mocked FTFE for his disability. You're a piece of shit. Come on, man. Don't like just take the punches. Just roll with them.
Yeah, fair is fair, right? Come on.
Anyway, Dick, I'd like to answer your question earlier of any idiots online.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all know that fucking Level Earth Observer. He put a video out today, and I'm fucking working on it. He says that the stealth bomber proves flat Earth, and that there's no satellites because they put the jets on the top, so they're not worried about anything above them. I mean, it's a fucking plane. Where's the threat gonna come from? Apart from the odd asteroid.
Oh, Amy's in.
Aircraft.
Oh, I thought
yes.
he was done. Yeah, go for it, Amy.
Thank you. I just had a super chat real quick from Elia Moon for $10 American. She says, for the amazing Shills, I would not have made it through without you all. You've made me not feel so alone. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you so much, Elia. We love you too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Big time, baby.
Yeah. It's family in our world, man. That's how we like to run it. It just works that way. I'm just sorry. I was just reading in the back chat. God damn it. I'm not very good at this today. I don't know what's going on. We got to get to a video. That's what we got to do because it's humming and hawing. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me get this. Let's get this done right. So, the first video up tonight, we have Validation Boy. Oh, fucking yeah. And the title of this video.
Friend.
Yeah. Everybody loves this piece of shit. And the video is titled "The Truth About Female Obesity." And
my word.
yeah, this.
Oh, jeez.
Did you hear Catz? Oh my word!
I didn't know. I
Put
didn't
out
know
a
until-
disclaimer for.
Sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
going to say, put out a disclaimer for facepalm warnings for the chat right now.
I didn't know we were doing Validation Boy tonight until shortly before the stream started, and first of all, I have a prediction. He's going to reuse his script from the fibromyalgia video and the Asperger's video.
Well, hang on, wait. To be able to do that, he's got to say that female obesity isn't real and there's no medical clarification for it.
Well, I mean, he was stupid enough to think that there's none of that for fibromyalgia or Asperger's.
That's
He was
very
wrong
true.
on that. But why female obesity? That's my big problem here. Why is it only female obesity that's a hoax to him? Is it because he's a sexist piece of shit?
I was gonna say because he's petrified of women.
I'm pretty sure he's a fucking incel.
And I don't understand how you can say obesity doesn't exist. I've seen some really fat people. In fact, I've actually been a fat person at one point. Although I'm kind of big now, I'm not as fat as I used to be. So I'm pretty sure fat is a thing.
Yeah,
I'm fat.
Can I
Somebody
chime
needs to
in
tell
here real
BB
quick?
Boy that his brain is a hoax.
yeah,
Can I chime in here real quick?
yeah.
So I'm just going to tell a quick little story since I'm a female who used to be overweight. I had a 15-pound tumor in my stomach at the time. So maybe people shouldn't judge somebody by just looks. Right?
Exactly.
Here.
Oh yeah, and definitely not judging them. Not judging them at all.
You know this piece of shit's going to judge him, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he already thinks women use fibromyalgia to get out of work.
Yeah, that was insane. This guy.
Yeah, so I know.
let's,
He's just
before-
a piece of shit.
Yeah, before we rip him apart without the video, should we let this absolute, waste of human flesh speak first?
Well, do we have to?
Well, Tommy Gronvold said it. Hold on, Tommy Gronvold called it. He said, "Dick Dawson, bring on the pain." That's the call, Tatty. Let's roll it. Everybody listening, this is Gronvold's fault if it goes wrong. Just kidding, buddy.
I love that.
Hello,
Evil
YouTube.
fucker, man.
Validation Boy here. It can be argued that there is nothing more repulsive in this world than an obese woman, especially if she is in the...
Of course, straight away.
Okay,
actually, there's nothing more fucking repulsive in this world than you, Validation Boy, you fucking piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Catz, can you feel how unbelievable this is going to be already? This is bad, isn't it?
You know, I'm just when that picture came, I didn't know what to say, but I'm going to come in straight away and say, like, there's a difference between being obese, right, being fat, and being morbidly obese to the point where it is a serious sort of like health risk. And I hope he's not going to sort of like conflate the two, because anyone can carry a few extra pounds and be big. Obviously that woman on the screen, she's in serious health struggle there, isn't she? So I hope he's not just going to claim that everybody that carries a few extra pounds is like that. But anyway,
Exactly.
Yeah, but isn't that the issue around the whole topic around obesity? It's just it all gets conflated with someone who's slightly overweight, they're a slob and blah 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 blah. It just all gets conflated, and there's a whole spectrum of issues around it, right?
Yeah,
and
huge.
We have a certain, we have this certain kind of societally imposed ideal body. But, is that right? Is that correct? I mean, if you see what's in the media, that's definitely not healthy. But, we do have a certain sense of understanding of, what's out there. But then the question is, someone who's deviating slightly from that, is that obese? And, then also, are we talking about, what leads to obesity? And you just get this whole extremely complicated spectrum of things that you have to consider. And I am absolutely 100% sure that, as Catz said, that he is going to conflate it all, and he's just going to say, everyone who is only 1 gram over their ideal weight is a fat, slovenly fucker who is worth nothing, right? That is what that is my prediction.
What's coming. Yeah, I agree. Dead Kennedy, you're up, buddy.
So I just want to point out, no, it cannot be argued that there's nothing more repulsive than a very obese person, because being repulsed is a subjective emotion. It's not really quantifiable. Some people are disgusted by things that are perfectly ordinary to most people. So you really can't make that argument. I get it. You don't like fat chicks. That's, fine. Whatever. To each their own. Don't make a fucking video about it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. It's completely subjective, because you know what I find the most repulsive thing on the planet? Milk. It's simple as that. Everyone drinks it, but I think it is the most repulsive thing on the planet.
I mean, if you picture it as if you picture yourself puckering up to a cow's titty, it's not really working so well, is it? We better get Elia in. She's been waiting here. I got a lot of buzzers, guys.
Hi. So what I was going to say was, I don't care if someone thinks that someone overweight is, repulsive. I think everybody has different preferences when it comes to look. My issue is that we're talking about being repulsed by looks as opposed to wanting to help educate, to show people how to be healthy, right? So, when we're throwing out these ideal images and expecting women to live up to those standards, but we're not talking about how to promote health and how to eat properly and why it's important to be healthy instead of just hot, that's the problem.
Well said. Well said. Boolinator, you're waiting, buddy.
I was just going to say, if I'm fat, you're ugly on the inside, validation boy. Guess what? I can lose weight.
Well said, buddy. Well said. Aimee, your turn, honey.
Absolutely. Yes, please. I have some great comments from the chat. Really good ones. And so here we go. TC Lucas says, now D-Marble and others are saying that the coronavirus is made up to silence flirfs. They're locking flirfs in their homes so they can't spread the truth.
I am sorry. I have to interject there. Locking up flirfs in their homes so they can't spread the truth. Most flirts, I am pretty sure that they've locked themselves in their mum's basement.
Absolutely.
And they're perfectly capable of spreading their bullshit on the internet. So the coronavirus is not going to make a fucking difference, is it?
No. And then Mippet69 says, I was 112 kilograms after medical issues. I lost over half my body weight. I now find it difficult to stay over 50 kilograms. Fuck this guy. Thor Logic of the Gods says, it can be argued that there is nothing more repulsive in this world than an opinionated fucktard with no information and less ability to communicate than an Oakley mute button victim. And Tommy Gronvold says, dogs like bones, men like meat. And I can tell you one thing right now. This asshole has fat between his ears because, you know what? I'm sorry if I repulse him because I have a pituitary adenoma, which has pretty much shot my thyroid out to shit. Matt's gonna spend your door closed. So if I look a little bit fluffy to him, well, that's his problem. Tough shit. I eat healthy. I eat lean proteins. I eat lots of vegetables and fruit. I don't eat anything with sugar in it. My only things that I have that might be considered halfway bad are my tea and my coffee. So fuck this guy. What a dipshit.
Right?
Yes,
Exactly.
massive.
You're beautiful,
Well
Aimee.
said.
You're absolutely beautiful, Aimee.
Thank you. I'm
Well
squishy. I'm
said.
huggable. So there we go.
And we love it.
Thank you.
And Reason was waiting. You're up, buddy.
Yeah, I'm offended by this fucking dipshit. My younger sister is a large woman. She always has been since she was a little kid. And she's tried everything and nothing works. And it's just how she is. She's always been that way. And she's the most wonderful person in the world. Just because she's big, does that mean I need to berate her and treat her like a freak? No.
Right.
Fuck you, you asshole. I got a pot belly on me that would probably defy most of you. I keep getting accused of being a fucking beer drinking drunk. Guess what? I don't fucking drink. I hate beer. It's just the way my body is, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yep. Exactly. Monkey, are you in the green room, buddy? There was a super chat. There was a request that you read it.
It wasn't a super chat. I think it was just a chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have a super chat to read.
Yes.
Yes.
We got. Go ahead, Aimee. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. It's from John Rapp, Australian $5. Thank you so much, John. He says, not everyone is Aussie good looking. Wolfie 6020 and his wife are pretty ordinary, to give you an idea, and he winks. Thank you so much, John.
Good one. I don't think Monkey's even back yet because he had to take off for a second. So we'll leave Davros. We'll leave the comment for Jut when he gets back because that's a good one. He has to do it.
Yes, please.
So we got 12 seconds in. That was we're 30 minutes into the stream now.
Can I just add in really quickly to kind of piggyback on what Steaming Cup of Reason was saying, because we know there are bigger people who just it's just who they are. They try everything and their bodies just don't work that way, and we know this is the case because every day we see examples of the exact opposite. I used to have a friend in high school, a very tall, very thin girl, who ate constantly. She just ate and ate and ate and ate, never gained a pound. She was like 90 pounds soaking wet her entire life. This is just people are different. Get over it. I don't know.
No, you're right. And I wanted to bring up to Conspiracy Cats as an educator. It's talk like this. I mean, as somebody who's educating the youngsters, it must be scary to think the effect this could have on them.
Oh, the amount of problems we have with not just with weight issue, but all sorts of body issues and sexuality issues. The amount of anxiety it causes a lot of our kids at school and gets them out of mainstream education a lot of the time. It is a problem, mental health for young kids. So I don't think, as much as I don't think it's healthy to be, if I'm honest, I don't think it is healthy to be as big as that, but I think when you make such a massive issue about body image and stuff like that, it can affect the mental health of young kids, definitely.
Well said.
That can be self-defeating too. Like it's self-defeating because a lot of times what these people do is they eat because they're stressed. So it's like it's a vicious cycle.
Yes,
absolutely.
Well,
and that's where
because that reminds me of kind of like getting people to quit smoking, for example, right? If someone tries to quit smoking, they fall off the wagon, and they fall off the wagon. And what do people do? They give them shit for it, and they make them feel like shit. And what's your first response as a smoker?
I want a fucking cigarette.
Like shit is you have a fucking cigarette. It just doesn't fucking help.
Yeah. Backwards motion, absolutely. What do you say, guys? Should we play a little bit more? I mean, we're committed. We got to do it, right?
Fucking right, because I had to drop out and I haven't seen
Don't
any. And I
forget,
need to
folks,
see
if
what
you want this
absolute
gone-
bollocks you're watching.
Well, you've only missed 10 seconds, mate. And trust me, you ain't
There we
missing
go.
any more. You'll be
Plus,
fucking
Monkey, you have a.
folks. Don't
Yes.
forget
yeah,
the
we-
gong.
Monkey, you
Yes.
got to get into the green room. There's a chat for you to read out specifically. It was a request.
Okay, no problemo.
It's down near the bottom. I just repasted it for you.
Well, I'm very fucking proud of you.
taking shade from the fucking monkey here. Jesus Christ.
I can't fucking see it. Oh, there we go. Right.
Come on, monkey. You can
Okay,
read.
yeah. I can't read. You know that. I'm getting whispered into my ear.
Sound it out.
No. Right, here we go. Anyone that judges people on image can suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, a massive fucking bag of dicks. And once they finish sucking that fucking bag of dicks, they can then stick the fucking bag over their fucking head, tie it shut, and fucking look for the edge of the fucking flat earth and fuck off.
Demonetized.
No shit. Story of our lives, right?
Have you ever had a stream that's been monetized yet?
No, well, every time we go off the air, it's instantly demonetized before we even get done. Like every time, right? You know, we're the only stream that doesn't usually do the demonetized jokes, monks, just because it's every time. I mean, it's not a joke anymore, right?
It'll be a joke when you get one that's left that is monetized.
Yeah. And then when Barman started Poker Night, same thing. Every one of them demonetized. I mean, it's just anybody telling people we're chasing the money ain't paying attention, man, because it ain't working.
Hey, I keep telling you I can behave. I mean, I go on streams like Mr. Sensible, and I can't swear on there. I just say things like ejaculation dribbles. I mean, that's like 2 words out of a dictionary, you know what I mean?
Oh, it just sounds worse.
Okay. Yeah. Video.
Video coming up.
Reproductive phase of her life. Women have only one expectation to live up to, and that is to be attractive and fit. If they can't be bothered to fulfill that duty, then they are showing a malicious disregard for the psychological well-being of
I have a quick question. Are we doing the gong thing tonight?
Well, I was just going to say, okay, so this is the deal. Originally, we thought that this video was kind of a request, so we weren't going to do the gong show on it. But obviously, we better get the gong going because we're never going to get through a stream if we don't deal with this. So, Tatty, if you want to fire it up, we'll put the link in the chat. And what we're going to do, everybody watching, is we're doing gong show debunking. So we're going to give you guys a website and a code, and you can join in and you can buzz if you want this video to be shut down and we move on. And if we get enough buzzes, we'll fucking kill the video. We'll play the gong sound and it's over. So we'll get the link into the chat and you guys decide whether or not the video stays or goes. Good call, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
You know what? Homocock just said it in the chat. Incel. Everything about validation boy fucking screams incel. What is that bullshit? Women only have to look attractive and that's their only like goal in life. Like what fucking century are you living in?
He can fuck right off with that bullshit. Just fuck right off.
Yeah.
Like, what
Ilya,
the fuck is that?
Yeah, Ilya buzzed in, so let her go. Let's see what she's got.
That really fucking pissed me off. That's some damn bullshit. Like seriously, as a woman, I do a whole lot more than look fit and do dishes barefoot. I literally work a full-time job making more than most of the men around me. I know I've got an education, I've got a degree, I've got a Harvard business analytics certification, and he just has a YouTube channel where he talks a bunch of bullshit.
He's an unemployed.
You're not wrong there.
Fucking idiot, and it pisses me off. That is such a degradation to us as women and what we have to offer this world. So he can fuck right off.
Well said. Well said.
Sorry.
Fucking
I've just had a message from a friend of mine who's a neo-pagan. She wants to know if she can blood eagle validation boy.
Oh, yeah.
And she also says, Ilya, she says she loves you. You're great. So,
Yay!
Awesome! Yay!
Well, I'm putting a little heart in my hand because I love everybody too.
Nice. Oh, we got a super chat in from Digital Demonic Davros. Little bit of an inside joke there, so I'll take this one. Yeah, $2 Australian. Yellow mellow drippy bits, Mr. Dawson. That was from earlier. Him and I were playing back and forth. It got real nasty too. Awesome, buddy. Thanks, man. You're the best. We love you. So we got a few people. There's the buzzin.live website. Put in that game code. You guys can buzz in and tell us to shovel this shit to the curb if you want. And on that note, let's let this piece of trash say a few more things and let everybody get buzzed in, shall we?
Everyone around them. Failing to do this is entirely unacceptable, and therefore all obese women deserve to be ostracized. It is only natural to be utterly disgusted by obese women when you really think about it.
What
Holy
kind of a fucking low-life degenerate piece of shit is this guy? Holy fuck! Have you got such a problem with fucking women you can't deal with them? What the fuck? Holy shit! Are you from the caveman days? Oh man, somebody needs to fucking skin this bastard and use him as a wetsuit.
Well, I think that could easily be arranged. I'll just have to introduce him to Mrs. Science.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We got some buzzers up, guys. Ely is up.
So obese women deserve to be ostracized. Now, I can think of plenty of stupid humans on this planet who deserve to be ostracized. You know, Nazis, racist, people who are anti-vaxxers. But obese women, no. He is such a fucking idiot. Like, I seriously want to, debate him on this, in such a real way, because I don't think he could stand up. I don't think he has the balls to stand up to a real woman with a real education.
What's the timestamp on that, Tatty?
It is. Let's have a look. See here now. We're still
seconds.
on 45 seconds.
45 seconds. So, okay.
Here, we better keep getting around the table here, guys. Dead Kennedy's up.
Well, I'm pretty much in the same boat as Boole there. This is a very report-worthy video, but also I call Poe. This is literally indistinguishable from satire.
It's unbelievable.
It reads like a fucking Onion article or something. It's just stereotypes piled upon bullshit, and I don't believe him. I don't believe he's real.
No, it is tough to swallow, isn't it?
It absolutely can.
Jeff, go ahead.
Edgar Allan Poe's cousin would be proud. It's just, isn't it really bad that the guy whose name Poe's Law was named after, it was Edgar Allan Poe's cousin, and no one remembers his name apart from the fact that he was Edgar Allan Poe's cousin?
Yeah.
It's really bad. But anyway, he's got to be a Poe.
I think so too. I mean, normally I say that anyone with an opinion or feelings has some sort of valid opinion or feelings on that based on their experience. But this guy is just a fucking idiot. And he's either doing this for views or I don't know what he's doing, but I don't think he could stand against a real woman with an education at all.
No, absolutely. Catz, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I buzz because I was going to say exactly the same thing that I'm calling Poe on that. I mean, if you were to write a script and to try and make it as triggering as you could possibly make it, you'd say all the things he's just said, wouldn't you? And I think maybe he's trying to jump on to get views, jump on the back of the whole anti-SJW, anti-snowflake kind of scene, and maybe trying to make a name for himself with that. I don't know what his reasons are, but absolutely, he can't believe any of that shit that's coming out of his mouth.
Exactly, buddy. Exactly. And Amy's up with some stuff from all the cool people we know.
Yes, and me too.
Good.
PC Lucas says, please stop. I'm getting seriously pissed off. This last guy, the last time this idiot had pussy was when he was between his mama's legs. Now that I've been listening to his videos and watching some of them, I have to agree with the Poe situation, because there's no way he could actually walk out his front door without confronting someone that he thinks should be ostracized, is repulsive to him or whatever, unless they look like a penis head like he does. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. You know, he has to be a Poe too, because there's no way he can go around thinking everyone is terrible, you know, and just like he said with the autism thing with bad parenting and stuff like that.
Oh, man.
You remember that one?
That got me so mad. That's when I came up with the dead raccoon remark, wasn't it? That was that really bad one.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah.
I was pretty close to that level of wanting him to have his face messed with a dead animal. So.
Well, I mean, like hell, just for anybody that didn't hear it, the last time this guy pissed me off, I told him I was going to face fuck him with a dead raccoon, and I swear to God, I still will. I hate this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So,
you fuck him with a dead raccoon, you butt fuck him with a fucking badger.
We're gonna need some of Beaver's buddies over here, I think.
I think a badger.
I'm sorry, fucking dipshit, moron, fucking scumbags like this should not be allowed to have YouTube channels. Period.
Exactly.
Right. I think a badger is too nice. I think it needs to be a swordfish or a sawfish.
Well, no,
what do you think, guys?
Agree, man. Shouldn't be allowed on fucking YouTube, period. Because someone somewhere is fucking being destroyed, and it's just fucking morally wrong, and this shit fucking winds me up. To be fair,
I'm thinking hedgehog. That way, every time he moves, it gets spooked, and there you go.
That's a good one. I don't understand the deal with the hedgehog. Why can't they just share the hedge?
Terrible joke.
Or a
I wouldn't introduce a hedgehog. I've been following Mr. Pokey's Instagram for a little bit too long, and hedgehogs should not get involved with this.
Well, what do you say, guys? Should we let this piece of fucking human shit speak for another minute?
Can I just say something before we go?
Yeah.
I'm calling Poe as well. I've been sort of thinking about that for a while now. I don't believe he's genuine about this. I don't know why he does it. I think he just does it for attention. I mean, you guys know he did that video where he just clipped parts of the Shills with just all of you guys basically telling him what a piece of shit he was. You ever look for any of the comments of that, and he's getting praise from people like blimmin' Daniel Pratt and Nathan Oakley, which I think is what he must love that. But I got something. A friend of mine is watching this. Just sent me something that would just sums this guy up pretty fucking well, in my opinion. It says, "Stupid people are like glow sticks. I want to snap them and shake the shit out of them until the fucking light comes on."
I like it. Well, Tatty, what do you say, brother?
Logic of the gods. He says, how many validation boys does it take to change a light bulb? None. He has to find a strong woman to do it for him. Thank you, Thor.
All right.
Some people want to rage at, people like Validation Boy, and they do just want to cause him harm because he's such an annoying tosser. But I just like to throw shit at him and hopefully catch him in the mouth.
I like that, man. Right on. What do you think, Tatty? Should we run it? Let's run it.
Yeah, let's get that funny and fucking order, man. Here we fucking go.
Any argument to the contrary is simply anti-human. Does a woman who can't even respect herself really deserve anyone else's respect? No, she doesn't. That's because there is absolutely no excuse for a woman to be obese in today's world. Let me explain. Ask any obese woman why she struggles with her weight, and she will almost always claim.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank you for saving us.
The viewers have spoken, and the gong has sounded, and Validation Boy has been kicked into the dumpster full of dog shit. That is that.
Well done, man. I couldn't watch anymore.
Well done, everybody.
Fucking bollocks.
I gotta say, I liked Gong Show debunking. That's really fun because you never know when it's coming. So let's see what our guests think here. We'll do wrap ups on Validation Boy, Conspiracy Catz. What do you got?
Oh, mate, like I was saying before, he's got to be a pro, isn't he? I mean, you just everything he's saying there is almost like every single sentence is designed to piss people off, you know. And simply, you don't do that by accident. That's not a coincidence.
Well said. Well said. Because Kevin, if you want to jump in here, can you tell the story quick of the scripted 2 videos that we looked at and how they were exact same?
I mean, they were literally the exact same. It was one is fibromyalgia real, the other one is Asperger's real, and let's see if I can remember the exact lines. I edited a video with it, so I had to listen to it a million times. There are no legitimate tests for fibromyalgia. Other video, there are no legitimate tests for Asperger's. First video, there are no biomedical indicators for fibromyalgia, which not true, by the way. Other video, there are no biomedical indicators for Asperger's. It's the exact same thing in 2 different videos, and it feels like cheating to me. It feels like someone trying to game the system somehow. I don't fully understand how, but that's what it feels like.
Right. I totally agree.
Basically know that it's fucking, there's a market for it, and they're fucking dirty, lying, cheating scumbags. They're the worst kind.
Regardless of whether it's cheating or not, it's certainly fucking lazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking they're lazy. But then sometimes I like to be fucking lazy.
Oh, you sound like you are right now. Aimee needs in, guys.
Pipe, bro.
If I may, please. Sarcastic Barman, thank you so much, dear. He gave us £2. He says, FEAJ, 2 points of rotation, how? And then Digital Demonic Davros says he has a friend that cannot get the right mix of meds for fibromyalgia. And I know a lot of people who have it. It's another autoimmune. Exactly. Yep. It's an autoimmune disease, just like like a lot of other things, like allergies can be considered that. Fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis is amongst the others, Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Absolutely. We got to tone that down. It's too abrupt when it kicks in.
It is. Sometimes I jump.
Me too. It always gets me. I'm like, oh, fuck. How about you, Barman? What do you got on this piece of shit?
Oh, do I even have to give him an answer? He's a fucking waste of space. I'm guessing he's single, lives at his mum's house, and is still a fucking virgin, because Jesus Christ. No, dude. No, that's not how you think about women or treat women, because that's fucking wrong. And I was surprised most women, if you said that sort of stuff to them, they're going to kick you in the balls. But I'm guessing they haven't dropped yet, so yeah, you'll get to that point one day.
We'd have to leave his mom's basement in order to find a woman.
That's true.
Too funny.
I think if you put his balls into a drinking straw, they'd look like 2 kernels of corn crawling into a fucking storm drain.
I love that.
That's
man. I like that.
How about you there, Reason? What do you got on this piece of work?
Man, I think this guy's a perfect example of the strides the human species have made in evolution. This guy is the bubbling, oozing, putrid fucking scum that got stuck around the edge of the primordial pool. And as the rest of us evolved and moved up that ladder, he tried to follow, but the slippery little fuck keeps slipping down to the bottom again. He's an absolute waste of fucking skin. And I take back what I said about fucking him with a live badger. I think we should tie up a dozen fucking porcupines, jam them up his ass, and then yank him out real quick. This fucking guy doesn't deserve to be fucking part of the human race.
Saving cup of reason just got me hard.
Yeah, that cup overflowed, baby. Wow. Awesome. Hey, Bull, how about yourself, buddy? What do you got?
Yes, I reported him. Of course I reported it. I hear something like that about women. Like, are you kidding me?
So did I.
There's people in the chat saying, report this fucker. Absolutely, please. Like, I don't normally call for people to report videos. Like, that's not a thing I like to do, but this is, it's despicable. It's absolutely despicable. I don't even know how to continue with that statement. I don't have all the insults y'all said pale in comparison to what this fucker actually deserves.
Well, I know one thing. If you were to put your foot up Validation Boy's ass, the only way you know you've got it in there far enough is if you can hear him fucking choking on it. That is a fact. Absolutely. Who do we have to go? AB Science, your wrap up on this piece of work.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel sorry for him. That's all. He's a tragic little individual, and I pity him.
That's a good point, because it's on display for everybody to see, you know. Absolutely.
Yeah. How can you go through life thinking these things?
Yeah.
You can't think these things whilst having had some exposure with the real world and having had any exposure with people.
No, it definitely shows that he is sheltered, because he doesn't get it at all.
No, he doesn't understand the world. He doesn't understand how things work, and I think his opinions are, I think they're completely and utterly worthless. But I cannot imagine a fully normally functioning human being to develop those opinions to that extreme. So I am left with two conclusions, and it's either that he is an extremely tragic individual, or the other conclusion is that he is a Poe, and he has a Poe with absolutely no self-respect, which makes that last bit he said about women extra funny, because he clearly doesn't have any self-respect if the latter is true.
No, he can't. Absolutely. I mean, the idea that somebody could latch on as a Poe to this angle as a way of like, yeah, I'll make some money on YouTube and blah blah blah. I mean, you laugh when you think about how, like, who's the doctor that decides proctology is going to be my specialty for the rest of my life? Well, Validation Boy kicked the crap out of that decision big time. It's absolutely crazy. Did I miss anybody? I got lost in my order there. Where am I?
I want to sum up on him.
Jeff, yeah.
Me,
yeah.
and
I'll let Jutmonk go first, so I'll go after him.
Alrighty, Monk, it's your floor.
You crack on. Fucking. Well, do you know what? I hate this dude, and I'll tell you why. I mean, this cretin is fucking arsewipe, and his fucking heinous content, right? This is the bottom feeders, the fucking lying, cheating, cherry-picking fucktards. I just want to find all the cherries and ram them down their throats. But this is the worst fucking kind, because this arsehole trolled FTE, Fight the Flat Earth. Got that wrong there. But
yeah.
He told him for a long time. So he's the worst fucking kind. So well bonged. Fuck him off out there. Never have that ass wipe again.
Yeah, that was a bit much. I totally agree there. And we got Elia. Elia, your turn, honey.
So this message is for Invisible Dick Boy. Let me just put this out there, and I hope you hear me very clearly. I would love to go round and round with you one day, because I think that you are highly uneducated. You are irresponsible with your words. And I think you need to actually talk with a woman who is educated, responsible, and can shed some light on how you should treat other people. And if you want to have a chance of being able to see your dick again, you could take me up on my offer and let's debate, let's talk.
I love it. I would love to see that too. Oh man, would I ever. Oh yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
So Jeff, your floor, buddy.
Okay, right. This could be a little bit of a rant here. I want to perhaps give Validation Boy a bit more content, as he took a lot of content from the Shills from one of his previous videos. Yeah, I think he's a po. I honestly do. I mean, I don't think I seriously doubt anyone can really believe the shit he believes. I mean, maybe he believes some of it. But, see, this is weird me even being on here. I'm not really a debunker. But the thing is, Validation Boy, you can go look at one of his videos. You can do 5 minutes worth of research on a topic that he's said something about, and be able to debunk his bullshit because he's just that inept. He just pulls shit out of his arse. Whether it be fibromyalgia, obesity, Asperger's, or the coronavirus, which is his latest one. So I'm just going to sum up on him by saying, fuck you, Validation Boy. Fuck you on my behalf. Fuck you on behalf of the Shills. Fuck you on behalf of women everywhere. And just generally, fuck you. It's people like you that give idiotic wank puffins a bad name.
Fucking here.
Love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. So I think, are we done with Validation Boy then? Everybody got their hand on the toilet handle there? We'll all click flush now. We're done?
If anyone isn't sure, I don't particularly like that guy.
I'd never have known.
I got it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, flush.
Flush.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Stick that piece of shit where he belongs. All right, so we've got a little preview of a new series that Steaming Cup of Reason will be bringing to the iNetwork coming up as we rebrand the Shills to the iNetwork. Tatty, have you got all that queued up for us? Are we ready to rock and roll, brother?
Oh yeah, ready to rock, man.
Excellent. Let's sit back for a second and watch a premiere of something that's going to be really cool on our channel soon.
A wee bit of mental cleansing.
Yeah.
Video has no audio.
Yeah, just noticed it. We'll come back. Come back to that, man.
What happened? What happened?
No audio.
No audio.
Oh, okay. Give her a quick fix up and we'll replay it.
Yeah.
No worries, man.
Give me two, man.
All right.
I don't know why the fuck that's not coming through. Bastard, I'll reload it.
Okay.
Give me two.
Broke it.
Right, you bugger. Try that again. Yeah, we've got audio going through now.
Well, I know what.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know I'm speaking for everybody when I'm saying I can't wait to see this. That looks great, Steaming Cup of Reason. I can't wait, buddy.
That's going to be awesome.
Hope to have the first one out real soon.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
I can't wait.
Steaming Cup of Reason, why don't you explain a little bit more about what you're looking to do with this series and what message, what you're trying to bring out?
Basically, what I do is I want to take a kind of a looking glass to our history and our future by looking at all the things that science and technology has done to develop weapons of war that cause so much death and pain, and how that was later adapted to civilian technologies that we take for granted every day now. And see how from all that pain came incredible progress. And we can't lose sight of that. And I want to do this 12-part series looking at some of the major technologies that have come from those horrible days of war.
Nice. I can't wait because there's so much room for amazing content in this. You've got the dramatic side of how it transpired leading up to what came of it. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to get going on it as well. So, like I said, the first one I hope to have out soon. So, watch the space, folks.
And speaking of soon, I think AB Science and Conspiracy Cats have a little something to talk about here too, don't they?
Oh, that's a little bit quick to be plugging that. But Catz, take the floor.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all know AB Science is an absolute genius. I think we all know that, don't we?
He's very smart.
Oh, he's extremely smart. And I teach a bit of science at high school, but one thing that I've noticed looking at flat earthers is some of the arguments that they make are born out of the fact that a lot of what we teach at high school is watered down. You look at like atoms and electron structure. We don't talk about how the electrons are properly configured around an atom, etc. At high school, you learn that at a higher level. Lots of things in physics are like that, and I think a lot of earthers, maybe take their high school education with them, and that makes them. How can I put it? In their head, they think there's some sort of contradiction between what they learned at school and what they observe in reality. So I was speaking to AB Science about this, and we got our heads together and thought, well, how about the two of us together and do like a science show where I talk about how stuff is taught at schools, whether it's flat earth related or not. Give the audience a chance to have a crack at some questions and refresh the knowledge, and then pass it over to AB, who goes on and and tells us what the next level is. Really educates us on what comes next.
Wow, that sounds excellent, guys. I love it.
I'm looking forward to learning a lot from AB. He's a clever guy.
Get your pencils sharpened. Get your pencils sharpened.
In fairness, I am looking forward to learning a lot from you as a far more experienced educator. Because yes, I work as a teacher as well, but I teach university students, and teaching university students is far easier than teaching high school students. So there's a lot for me to learn there.
Well, it should be good. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. And the beauty is we've got the freedom to choose whatever topics we want. We're not stuck to a curriculum where we've got to teach, no offense to any geologists, but teaching rocks to kids is fucking boring. Kids say, we can choose whatever we want to teach. So hopefully we'll get some juicy topics. We'll get some good flat earth misconceptions. And it will be, it'll be the next, the infinite monkey cage. It'll be the next infinite monkey cage.
Oh, we can only hope.
Yeah. We'll be rival. Brian Cox will be on our door with his heavy mob trying to beat us down. Stop.
I'll give him a call.
Brilliant.
Oh, I love it. Any more shilling we need to do around the table, guys, or is it second video time?
Well, I want to quickly remind Flat Earth Aussie Jesus that he's a moron. Do you know how many Ross Thatchers there are on Facebook? He's trying to tell people, contact me on Facebook. It's public, Ross Thatcher. There's a lot of Ross Thatchers, dude. Your name is not uncommon. You can't do anything right.
Oh, too funny. He's got a point, though. We might need a little bit more to narrow it down. You could look for the long hair and beard. Catz is up here. Catz, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, so I'm just going to jump on the Flat Earth Aussie Jesus train. I'm sorry. I saw a comment by before. And listen, whenever I've spoke to him, I don't know the guy. Whenever I've spoke to him in chat, he's already very cordial with me. So, but he made a comment before about how ridiculous it was we could have 2 tides a day when we've only got 1 moon. And I just want to say my answer to that is, if you don't understand how the tides are formed in the first place, then you are going to have misconceptions like that. And that's the whole kind of the point of the show I'm doing, that me and AB want to do. At school, we learned that the tides are caused by the moon, but it's not the moon sucking the water up from the ground. There's a whole complicated combination of forces that results in a squeezing from the North and South Pole to cause the 2 bulges, So effectively, I just want to say that you're wrong. That was it. I just wanted to say it politely. So you're wrong.
That's correct. He's correct on that. I do cause bulges, and yes. So yeah, he's correct. So flat Aussie Jesus, just fuck off.
I think we're talking about the kind of bulges that you cause are slightly different.
Yeah, there's not usually one on each side.
But actually, I did do a video on talking about Chris UK's misconception around things, because there was a video hosted, Globebusters mirrored it, and it talks about, if this is the case, then we should observe this, and all that blah, 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 and actually go through the maths and show, yeah, we should observe this, even though you got the maths wrong. The intuition you had was correct, and funnily enough, we do observe this, and this is tides, and I actually go through the physics that's involved that explains why there are tides there. So, yeah, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus, if you'd like to be a bit more informed as to why there are tides, then come and watch that.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely. So what do you guys think? Should we kick in a second video here? We got a couple of lined up.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's do it. So video number 2 tonight, we've got YouTube channel World Video Bible School and their video entitled Vestigial Organs Proof for God.
Oh,
fuck. You're kidding. Oh, Jesus.
Hi, Flat Earthers. This is Zach.
And this is Steve.
What happened there?
What the fuck happened,
Tatty?
It broke.
Yeah, OBS isn't having it. Fuck
killing
this.
me. I'm gonna fucking I swear to Christ, man. Right, you bastard. If you don't play this time, there's a bottle of whiskey coming your way.
Hey.
Virtually every outlet that purports to prove evolution, whether a magazine or a biology textbook or a video, uses an argument from vestigial organs to supposedly validate evolution. You see, the idea is that there are certain organs in the bodies of animals or humans that are leftovers from a time when, in a precursor organism, that organ was useful, but it no longer has a use in the modern organism. Even if there were hundreds...
What's hard to understand about that?
That was quick.
Holy shit.
I paused because some of those organs have uses, like the bones in your inner ear. They had a completely different function in the organisms that had those same set of bones.
Yeah, the Malleus stapes, the Malleus stapes and incus in the ear, they definitely have a use, and they are very important. I think they were just looking for some stock footage for some shit, but. Am I going to be right in them saying that he's going to try and use the vestigial organs as proof of God? Now, if there were an intelligent designer Please explain to me the appendix. It does nothing, and it can randomly get infected and fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's not random. It's not random. It's God's reset button. Nope, this one's no good. Get rid of it.
All right, let's not even talk about wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth, like they're just obviously left over. They don't do anything except get in the way, and they can kill you because you can get infected from them.
Can I just say, folks in the chat, nice gonging. Thank you for that, man. Jesus
that was awesome.
I think we're going to have to ignore this gong, to be honest. I think we're going to have to give them a few more minutes to properly judge.
Well, we could give it one last go, and then we'll let everybody re-gong if it's really that bad. How does that sound?
Yeah,
let's see where he's going with this.
I'm going to pull the... we'll give it 2 strikes and you're out. I'm going to call it 1 strike here.
So AB just pulled in the executive unveto, backwards veto. How does that work? What the hell? Okay, never mind. But you heard him. Damn it! Fuck.
He vetoed the veto.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a meta veto.
Oh, I like it. So, okay, we'll let him go one more length. Everybody back to the buzzers if you want to gong it again. I'm pretty sure it's about to happen, but let's see what happens, Tatty. That was awesome. I love our viewers.
Of vestigial organs, that wouldn't prove evolution. Evolution needs organs to be getting better and adding functional design. The idea of vestigial organs really would be better suited to argue.
Progress, not adaptation. The end.
Catz is in for a buzz here.
Well, that what he just said there at the end there, organs should be getting better and should be improving. Except I've heard Kent Hovind argue that point as well. Obviously, with evolution, the body, the natural selection is allowing the body to adapt to what the environment wants more. And if the environment changes to a point where a particular organ isn't needed, what's the point in that body using the, for example, the eye? There's a species of God, what was it? I can't remember now exactly what type of fly it was, but anyway, they live in a cave and they no longer have eyes anymore because there's not enough light there. And if you don't have to put the energy into developing the eye, you don't have the risk of infection to the eye, etc. It's whatever its habitat. Well, you don't have to have an organ and then develop it and get better and better. If you lose the need for that, then it's better not to have it. Otherwise, you would just risk the chance of this useless organ developing problems for you and costing you energy.
Well, that's exactly one of the rationales behind how, around policy, behind tackling drug-resistant, antibiotic-resistant organisms. It's not just that, if we reduce the amount of antibiotics that we prescribe to patients, that will just slow down the rate at which different organisms develop resistance, but it will actually it could actually make it unfavorable for these organisms to have that resistance, because for them to develop that resistance, they need to produce proteins to combat the antibiotics, and synthesizing those proteins costs energy. Therefore, they are less efficient organisms and they are at a disadvantage. So if you have an environment where they're not constantly being attacked by these antibiotics, then they are suddenly put at a disadvantage, and then that trait will disappear.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't understand this idea of why does it need to add information. I think this is just that classic misconception that evolution isn't progress; it's adaptation.
Right.
It's not a matter of getting better. It's a matter of getting better for your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing, because you're reliant on, at the first step, you're reliant on random mutations, and they happen all the time, and that's perfectly fine. But they seem to think that these random mutations, that they always have to be beneficial. And if there are some random mutations which are not beneficial, and those happen, of course, that therefore evolution is wrong. It's the random mutations that are not beneficial, they get selected out. And that's the natural selection component. That's the important bit.
I'll just say something. Sorry, I'll just say something quickly, because I've got to admit, this isn't not a subject I'm very clued up on. I've got to be honest. Evolution is something I'm very much still trying to learn about, and I don't know a lot about it. But where was I going to go with this? But the thing is, I think you hear this a lot of the time from people who are like creationists and intelligent design people. They really want to strawman the hell out of what evolution is and what they think it is. I mean, it's strange you say about this. Look, the one thing they keep saying is, there's no beneficial mutations, which we know is not true. You can list off hundreds of them. From what I understand, most mutations are sort of neutral. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But it's almost this guy just seems to be that he's almost like going down those kind of routes of that old creationist argument that there's no beneficial mutations kind of thing. It's just a thought of spitballing out there, but people can correct me, because I've got to say this isn't really my thing.
No, there's definitely a very strong rationale, and just off the top of my head, the first thing that pops to mind is smallpox in the United States. Well, it wasn't called the United States, it was called the New World back then, right? The Europeans, they kind of went there, discovered land, and they brought lots of disease with them. And this was, this was by far the biggest factor in the extermination of the peoples, the original people in North America, the natives, and but some carried a gene. They carried a mutation, and it was not beneficial. It probably wasn't harmful, but it was there, and it was still there, and that meant that there was a fraction of the population that survived the plagues and the disease that came from it, because they had this natural immunity. They were never exposed to these diseases, but they just carried that mutation, and they were fine. And if you can't square it, right? You can't square it with the creationist beliefs and their objections against evolution. You can't accept that and then simultaneously accept that there is natural resistance to disease within a population. Unless you invoke Magic Sky Daddy, of course, but
isn't there something similar with sickle cell anemia too? Like
sickle cell anemia that's
the same gene that causes it. But there's a gene that causes that, but that also has a benefit too. Like it doesn't have to be. It's not mutually exclusive. It's not either or. It can be both.
Well, I mean, one of the I think one of the best examples of evolution within the human population, one of the easiest ones to grasp is skin color. Right, it's the skin color. We've got people from the warmer climates, darker skin, because that's the darker skin makes them less susceptible to skin cancer, and it helps them, and it works. But then you had the migration out of Africa into more northern climates where there's less sunlight, and it's like we have less sunlight, and we started developing rickets, and slowly that was selected out, and that selected for a lighter skin color, because firstly, in the northern climates with a lighter skin color, you have fewer issues around skin cancers. But if you have a darker skin, you are more at risk of vitamin D deficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a beautiful example of evolution happening on actually a relatively short time period, considering how long a generation is, right? And that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And
but nobody's ever seen a dog give birth to a non-dog.
Oh.
Give me a glass of water.
That's funny.
Water.
I got a few handouts to do here, guys. Amy's been waiting.
Yes, please. I have a super chat from Elia Moon again. Thank you, hon. We love you. We think you're so great. She says, I'm here all week for you. The evidence of bulging you might need, Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. And then I did have an awesome comment from TC Lucas. He says, if brains were gasoline, this idiot wouldn't have enough to drive a pissant's motorcycle around the inside of a Cheerio.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, we got to get over to Catz, too. He was waiting.
Yeah, I think this has been said since our buzz, but I was going to basically jump on the back of what Jeff said before, that when these creationists talk about evolution, they seem to be trying to talk from the false viewpoint that any kind of mutation has to be beneficial because evolution, is some kind of intelligent entity. Why would evolution, not make beneficial mutations, etc. And it's just a straw man argument, but it's been said by you all anyway. It's obviously a random mutation, and the environment, the change in the environment, tells us whether that mutation is going to be beneficial or not. But it is a straw man viewpoint that they like to argue from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And there's just something else. Sorry, I know we've got buzzers, but there's a very arrogant perception as well from the creationists, and they're saying that they're states of evolution, and they're saying that it has to go in a certain direction, and their assumption always seems to be it has to be in the direction of human beings. Mm-hmm. And that we are the most evolved thing. But guess what? That bacterium or that worm in the ground, they are just as evolved as you are.
Yeah.
And, it is simple as that. They are equally as evolved as you are. And really tell me when you're an elderly person with a weak immune system, you develop the flu. Tell me that you are more evolved than that flu virus, which is about to kill you.
I'm somewhat reminded by that old joke by Bill Hicks or whatever about how you never noticed how people believe in creationism look really unevolved. But when he goes on to say, creationist says, I believe God created me in one day. And he says, yeah, it looks like he rushed it.
I like that one.
I've fucking seen that. He's hilarious, Bill Hicks, or was hilarious.
Yeah, he was
one
awesome.
of my idols.
Yeah. Kevin, did you want the floor there, brother?
Yeah, I'm really sorry, everyone. I've had a brutal day and I haven't had a chance to eat yet, and it's starting to make me feel Illuminati. It's starting to make me feel a little sick, so I think I gotta duck out early. So I apologize for that, but just wanted to say bye to everyone publicly, properly here, instead of doing an Irish goodbye.
Bye, friend. Have a good night.
See you, mate.
Take care, everyone.
Good night, man.
Bye, Kev.
Cheers, Kevin.
And cheers, Kevin. We've got 89, I believe that's Danish kroner, just for being cool. Thank you very much. And whilst I'm fucking shouting shit out, Dark Knight Apologetics, you have to go and check this guy's channel out. He's awesome. His latest video is brilliant. Go check it out and go and sub him as well. He's worth it because a lot of effort into the videos. Brilliant. Go check him out.
Have you posted his link?
Yeah, I'm just about to. But he's done it himself. Fair play. Crack on, bro. Beat me to it.
All right.
Yeah, my system crashed. That's why I was out for a little while.
Oh,
froze.
I hate that crap.
Bitch.
Fucking thing, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's crack on.
Okay. Well, sad to see Kevin go, but you can't win them all. That kind of sucks. He's just such a good shill, you know what I mean. And Mr. Morton Nielsen, thanks for that super chat, buddy. He's actually my first online friend I ever made. I like that guy. He's fucking awesome. So should we play a little bit more of this jackass's bullshit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yes.
Bring it.
All right.
Yeah,
Bring it, Daddy. Bring the pain.
For a beginning creation, in which organisms were well designed at the beginning, but after hundreds or thousands of years, genetic information was lost or corrupted, causing less functionality. If the argument from vestigial organs proves anything, which it doesn't, it would prove the idea of an original, useful design by a creator. Vestigial organs certainly don't.
It's a gong.
Everybody's sick of this piece of work. Catz, you got the floor, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, is he there?
Oh, me.
Hello.
Did I buzz? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, did you not mean to?
I'm sorry, guys. No, I didn't. No, I'm sorry. No, I didn't buzz.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry.
No worries. You're not the first, and you won't be the last. That's for sure. You got all those windows on your screen. It gets a little bit, absolutely. So let's see. The gong went. So let's go around the room. We can wrap up on this piece of work. Who wants first go? We haven't heard enough barman. Let's get the barman in here.
Oh, good God, for anyone to just deny evolution, it's just fucking a joke. I mean, the Kent Hovind one that Catz did, and I know what's the Professor Dave one that Catz did, that was with Kent. God, I'm lost for words. The guy's dumbed me out so much. It's just a fucking joke. The stuff they ignore over and over. And you say, look, this shows this, which leads to this. And from that, you can understand this. No. Sky Daddy did it. No, Sky Daddy did not do it. Yeah, Sky Daddy did it. Then why did Sky Daddy do nerves that go all the way around your heart? Why did Sky Daddy give us a fucking coccyx where our tail used to be? No, because he just used the same designs over. Well, that's fucking stupid. And Sky Daddy's supposed to be all-knowing, omniscient, omnipotent, and omni-bloody present, whatever. He should fucking know better. Goddamn Sky Daddy fucking everything up.
The thing I'm wondering is, right, if God can create this perfect design, because this was the argument he was about to go into, right? He's saying it starts off with the useful design, and all of these vestigial organs actually just decay because things are becoming less useful. Now, if God made the original design, and if God is all-powerful in that sense, my question is where is the first-line support team? Where are the developers on the back end to make sure that everything runs up to scratch? Because surely if you're going to design something and make it perfect, you are going to make sure that bugs are not being introduced into the system. I mean, this is just me speaking from my experience in the IT industry, but
yes,
whenever we came up with, a bit of software, there is a thing called change impact analysis, where if you make a change into your software, you have to do the impact. And is this going to introduce little bugs and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Then surely, if it is a perfect design, firstly, those bugs would not be introduced over time because the omnipotent overlord is capable of predicting that those faults are going to be introduced into your design. And if you are capable of that and you can't address them at the time, at least you're going to put a team on it. Come on.
And you're not wrong at all. Like, anybody who's been in that world, and, you know, myself as well, that's how it has to be. It's foolish to even think otherwise. Some of this drives me crazy because the misconceptions from this moron on how evolution works are so bad it's not funny. There's an obvious layman's approach, and then he's trying to put real information behind it, and that's never going to work. Catz has been waiting, so I'll shut up. Your floor, buddy.
I mean, yeah, I just want to expand on what AB and Sarcastic Barman said before. And, like, this isn't meant to be controversial. I have got no problem with somebody being a creationist at all. I've got no problem with somebody having a faith or believing God has created everything. The problem for me comes when they start denying the science of evolution. For me, if you're going to be an intellectually honest creationist, the only stance you can take is that all science backs evolution, and you accept that. But if you're a creationist, you've got to say, but, you know, God has put that there to test my faith. That's the only, if you're going to be intellectually honest, that's the only way as a creationist you can look at it. But when you get guys like the guy on that video there who are you know, misrepresenting what evolution is, or you get Kent Hovind who doesn't even understand the science in the first place, you know, then they become just as bad as flat earthers. You know, if you want to be a creationist, fine, nothing wrong, nothing against your faith, whatever. But the only stance you can take is the science still says evolution.
Well, you can move away from it was created as a test of faith. You can just simply say, right, and this is the view I take. You know, I don't believe in a creator, but there is a very simple alternative, right? And this is why I say that science does not say that there's no God or anything. It's just the shape that God takes. And if what we understand of the universe today, if you want to be intellectually honest, then you can say that God created those parameters that allowed the universe to exist and let it roll on.
Yeah, evolution and the Big Bang were the mechanisms he chose to.
Precisely. Those were the mechanisms he chose to exist and let the time roll. And that's absolutely fine. And the satisfying thing is that you can then actually figure out that you can then actually start drawing metaphors between what your religious text says and reality. Okay, it requires a bit of interpretation, but then the two suddenly are no longer mutually exclusive.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Right. Well, there's a pause there. The idea that, say, if there was a God, I mean, that would be power if he could just go pop. There is your power, man. Watch that Big Bang go. Boom. I don't need fucking 7 days. I don't need 6 days and then a rest. Watch this. Pop. Big Bang. I'm going to go and do a few more, and then I'm going to go and have a sandwich.
At the moment, it's 10 to the minus 37 seconds.
That's very nice.
Awesome. Who wants to chime in with their thoughts and wrap-ups going around the table here? Let's see. Who do we need to get to?
I'll do mine quickly if you want.
Excellent.
Yeah. As I said, evolution's not something I'm really that clued up on. I've got to be totally honest about that. It's something I'm trying to learn. But what I do seem to recognise an awful lot is the straw mans, as I said earlier. Now, I mean, I know Hovind's been mentioned enough times. I'd like to think that, as bad as my knowledge is, I'd say I know slightly more than Kent Hovind about the subject, although when it comes to him, obviously, he's been explained a lot. I know I've watched a number of his debates where the same thing has been explained to him numerous times, and he still, runs the same bullshit. Like, I must have seen like 3 or 4 times the law of monophily explained to him, and like, hey, I got it the first time. Why can't he? But yeah, as I also said, I was very impressed with the way Catz handled him. And then as for Professor Dave, well, I always thought like this. I can imagine like Aaron Ra sitting somewhere saying, no one has ever gone beast mode on Kent Hovind the way I did. And Professor Dave's like, hold my beer.
Oh, I love it.
Professor Dave, brilliant.
Yeah. Well, Catz, how about your thoughts and wrap-ups then? Your turn. Heard you. Perfect timing.
Cool. What, thoughts on the video or just thoughts in general?
Yeah, thoughts on the video, and then, we're getting near our wrap-up point here. So, we're going to do our around the table and get everybody's, opinion and thoughts and yelling and screaming at people out and all that great stuff.
I just think it's the same. Like, I mean, I've only started looking into the whole debates against creationists when I was preparing for the Kent Hovind thing. It's not really something that's ever been on my radar up until recently. But the more I'm seeing videos like that, and the more I'm looking into it, the parallel with Flat Earth is just incredible, isn't it? Both of them have no shame in totally misunderstanding misunderstanding the science and them being confused that their observations don't match the science in the way that they misunderstand it, and it's just one and the same to me.
Agreed. One thing I would like to say to this guy, the second guy there, have you ever heard of dog breeding, moron? I mean, you can use artificial selection to show how nuts. Fuck that guy, man. Jesus Christ. Who else wants to turn it a bull? You got something?
Yeah, I got something. It's funny I'll bring up Kent Hovind because I've had some unfortunate opportunities to actually interact with the guy on the Non Sequitur show, and pine trees don't give birth to elephants. I'm saying, but at some point they do have a common ancestor. They do. And there are so many sciences that rely on so many points of evolution that it's like you said, AB, the parallels with Flat Earth are just staggering, because to prove the Earth's flat, you have to I've got pictures. You have to go through every single picture and not just assert it's fake, but prove it. All of them, not just one, not just space, not just NASA, but all space agencies. Not just one government, but all governments. And as far as that first guy goes, report. And that's my wrap up.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think we might have lost a dick.
We've lost a dick. I've lost my dick.
I thought.
Yeah, gee whiz. Oh, Aimee, did we have a super chat that needed to be done there?
Yes, please, we do. From Morten Nielsen with 89 Danish krona. He says, just because I love Dick. Dawson, that is. Get your mind out of the gutter, peeps.
Thanks, Morten. Love you, buddy. Oh, he's great. I love him. Him and his wife are awesome. They do a great stream where they're doing Lego builds and stuff, and they were helping out with fundraising for Purple Rhymes with Orange, which I'm going to drop right now. He's getting ready to do some moving and stuff, so there's some funds being raised and whatnot. Purple, if you want to drop the links there in the chat, please feel free to. Thank you very much. And Morten and his wife did a great job with the stream earlier, helping out and stuff. That was really nice. Everybody's very cool. Let's finish up around the table here. I bet Elia's got something she'd love to say about these fucking people. How about you, Elia? You there? You ready?
I mean, where do I begin? It's a lot of mental gymnastics to even begin to try to understand where they're coming from on anything they say. And it's just not the type of gymnastics I'm into. So I just think they need to fuck right off.
Exactly. Oh, I forgot one shout out, everybody. Somebody in the chat here right now, personal friend, a bit of tea in Danish. Click the name as it comes up in the chat here. A bit of tea in Danish. Say hi to everybody, and then you can go check out the channel and get some subs in. Exactly. All right, cool. Because that was tied in with Morton. I mean, it's her channel. It's his wife. So, yeah, I totally goofed there. I forgot to put it all together. Who do we need to go to next? Let's see here. Stephen Caparese, how about you, brother? Oh, Monkey, go for it.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Well, I mean, we just watch bollocks every week, but some of it's fucking just like disgusting, abhorrent fucking garbage that needs to be shat down the fucking sewers along with the creators. While I'm here, Conspiracy Catz, yeah, I absolutely fucking love the way that you showcase the absolute stupid in your videos, saying they're absolute fucking stupid, their so-called knowledge, and it's fucking ridiculous, and you do it brilliantly, and you've got so much. So I'm going to challenge you to, I'll use everything Dubé's 200 Proofs has got to see if we can come up, or you can come up with a better fucking load of bollocks than that dickhead spat out for 2 hours.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm up
Let's
for that.
have it. All right, cool. Watch this space, people.
It's
awesome.
Great.
Oh, that has to be done. I love it. I love it. Aimee, how about yourself? You want to lay some schlap on these guys?
Oh, definitely. But first, we've got a super chat from Godless Scummer. Thank you for £2 sterling. He says, GCat disproved evolution. Boole will get the joke. That's a good one. Thank you so much. And oh yeah, the first one, obviously, you know how I feel about Validation Boy. He's he's about as useless as a venereal disease. He's really stupid. The guy with the vestigial organs, he's just trying to make up excuses as to why science is wrong, and sorry, it's not. Just no. Kind of like one of those defiant children again, it's like, well, I don't think so just because I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Not going to work here.
Exactly. Ding.
Oh, yep. Love it. Love it.
Thank you. I think they need to go back to school and really concentrate harder than they did the last time.
Yeah, I mean, with a little effort, they might get past grade 9. Who knows, right? It would be, I think it's worth a try. I think it's worth a try for sure. Stephen Caparese, how about you, brother?
Oh, well, what can I say, really? The first one, Validation Boy, what a fucking useless waste of skin. I swear to God, the guy's like the festering, putrid boil in the asshole of the world that desperately needs to be lanced and flushed. I hope it happens soon, too. And the second guy, well, all I can say about him is I think his brain is about to become a vestigial organ because he's obviously not using it anymore.
Brilliant.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Fucking best joke of the night. Boom.
Awesome.
Oh, that is fucking awesome.
Now who have I missed here? Because I know I haven't called everybody out. So somebody give me shit. AB Science. I know I haven't got to you yet, have I?
All right. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna start off with I'm just gonna hijack the super chat that just came in from Morten Nielsen for another 89 Danish kroner, saying thank you so much and thank you for helping Purple. It means a lot to me and a lot of other people who know him. So yeah, we're always happy to do shout outs for people who are, who need a bit of support for the community. But as for the guy, I mean, I've said my thing on Validation Boy. As for the creationist guy, every time the creationist kind of bullshit comes in, I'm always reminded of Sarah Palin's, do you remember her? Sarah Palin's run for presidency. I mean, she's an evolution denier, right? And she also has issues with how science was funded, how science is funded. And she did come out saying, it's like, why should we fund these scientists for doing fruit fly research? Which makes me quite suspicious. An evolution denier saying, no, we don't need to do research on fruit flies. I don't think she fully understands. Well, I think she fully understands, but I don't want to put the conspiratorial side on show here. But the fruit flies are a very easy means by which we can directly show evolution. Fruit flies are an organism that we use all the time to study evolution. Fruit flies, just the mere fact that we can use fruit flies for research in biology is evidence of evolution.
Which is why, you absolutely bang on. I actually believe that, she doesn't want it looked into because it is fucking evidence, then anyone who went to school knows that.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that because since I've been doing my theory hypothesis videos, I'm getting a lot of electric universe nutters, and I only only really have the time to respond to comments when I'm in my lab. Using a particular technique called magnetic force microscopy, and at the moment I'm getting a lot of shit from these people, and a lot of them are defending Ken Wheeler and his nonsense, and I'm just sitting there responding to him with a smile on the face. It's like, the measurements I'm taking right now, if Ken Wheeler is correct, I wouldn't be able to do them.
Fucking hell, brilliant.
And that's spoken by a hands-on practicing physicist, not the theoretical kind. No, this man gets his hands dirty.
Fucking right.
I was just going to ask real quick, if it's okay, could we do a Del Cow, please?
Oh, yeah. No.
No. You can barely tie your own shoelaces. You telling me how to behave? Well, you shut up! You fucking gorilla!
That's I'm going to drive by Matting.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Are there any comments? Are there any comments left for us? Because we have to be aware that we have a very special guest on tonight. Are there any comments left for our guest to read?
Yes. Come on,
just
now.
A bunch of come on.
Space, come on.
Come on. Bears coming.
Hey, there it is.
Where's that? Sorry.
Space, come on. I can't do it. Fuck.
Here's come on.
Oh, that's too funny.
On a different one. This is my real voice. It's how I properly speak. I don't know what you like.
Oh, that's not very nice, is it?
It's just like you're picking on me like that fat bird at the beginning. That's what you're doing. It's like...
No. Shiltastic. That was awesome.
All right, this is degenerating.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much on the wrap here, folks. So how about we turn to our guest? First, we'll go to Godless Scummer. Last words for the evening. Floor is yours, my friend.
Well, first of all, can we get the hashtag validation boy chicken fucker trending on Twitter or something? I don't know. Yeah, seriously, fuck that guy. But hey, I'm just glad if he gets some content out of the rants we've done on him tonight, and he can, he can jack off thinking he's fucking relevant, But But very much enjoyed being on tonight. Especially enjoyed being in and hang out with Conspiracy Catz. And I'll just say that Baldy mate of yours is a pretty good fella as well. I'm actually I just quick bit of shilling for myself. I've got a tiny little channel called Godless Scummer, which just try and get me up to 200 subs at some point if you want to help me out. But the main thing I actually want to shill for is something for a friend of mine. Actually, I'll put the link in the conference. If you're in the UK and you fancy like a good atheist, little atheist conference for one night, there's something going on in London organised by my mate David Worley. It's in response to another event that was supposed to be taking place in Brighton that is taking place in Brighton on the same weekend. Won't get into all the details, but let's just say the guys running the runs in Brighton are dicks. But David's got this thing going in London. Speakers include Aaron Ra, Rachel Oates, Lloyd Evans, Faye the Most Gracious, some good speakers there, and he's trying to sell tickets to it, and they're very, very reasonably priced, which if you look at this other event in Brighton, they're not. So I told David I'd come and shill for him for that one.
Nice. That's a good shout too.
I'll
love
put the
it.
link in, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. All right.
Yes, absolutely. Perfect. All right. And Conspiracy Catz, last word of the night, my friend.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be on here. Oh, by the way, Godless Scummer, I did when I saw I was on with you tonight, I did subscribe to your channel early on, and I was watching a lot of your videos. And I've got to say, I'm going to keep watching. I was really, really enjoying them. So,
thanks. That means a lot coming from you. That really does.
No, well, I recommend anybody giving you a click.
No, because I don't really view myself as a great debunker or anything. I'm not, but. Yeah, in fact, that means a lot coming from you, sir.
Mate, not at all. It was interesting, really interesting to listen to. So yeah, and I'll definitely watch you more. But as for like the shows, I mean, like you guys, bloody hell, like you put on a show, don't you? You know, I really, really enjoy coming here every single time. It's like sitting in my living room, which is odd because I'm not even in my own living room. I'm in the office. But it's like sitting in the living room with some mates, having a laugh. You know, it's brilliant. So just thanks for having us on again, guys. Like, I always appreciate it.
I just get let out of a fucking cage for a bit. That's why I'm always fucking mental.
But it's always a pleasure having you on, Catz, because, we always try to do our best to help the smaller creators to get a leg up in the community.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You need to help me get a leg over at some point, you know?
I mean, but let's face it, the last time you was on, Catz, you did get a sub.
Yeah, that's true.
You're saying we're helping.
No, you are. The last time I was on, I did have less subs than I've got now. So
there you go.
It's all us. Yeah,
you did do that. No, all things that like you guys deserve to blow up very soon. You know what I mean? I'll certainly be giving you a shout out in my next video. It's just brilliant. It's great fun. Great fun.
Well, thanks, man. We appreciate it. We really do.
I just
thank you so much.
Before I go, just to say I've really enjoyed tonight. Hopefully we can do it again sometime. All right.
Oh, we will be. Absolutely. Nobody comes to our show just once. Never. Not happening. Oh, no. It becomes a circle of debunking maniacs having a great time.
That's right.
And now I've got.
Oh, we got a super chat in. We better run out here. Oh, sorry, Monkey.
I was just saying, and now I've got to know you. I don't mind, rolling one up, shitting in my hand, rolling one up, and just throwing it in your general direction.
It's a rite of passage. Don't worry.
We've really got to warn the guests about the monkey a bit more, I think. And we do have a super chat to get out before we close out here. Morton Nielsen, Danish Corona 89. Thank you so much, Morton. Love you, buddy. A bit of cat love too, and I think I'll let Catz do the space part.
Space Comma.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I think on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Saturday Night Silly Shill Show is come to a close. I'd love to thank Godless Scummer and Conspiracy Catz for joining us on such a fantastic evening. Destroying Validation Boy and that other fucking moron. I don't even remember his name. Who cares? Fuck, whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Pseudoscience is a fucking disease that gets into the brain and festers. You've got to protect yourself, and there's only one way: education. Get yourself to a library and read a book. It could save your life. On that note, 9 o'clock heroes trying to slip one in like normal. No way, I got you this time. $1.99. Spread the Jut Monk. No way you're getting away with it this time, 9 o'clock hero. I got you.
It's a Saturday night. Jutmonk will be spreading it.
Yo, yeah. Spreading like Marmite on toast. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, hey, sorry, Monk, go ahead.
Don't mention Marmite.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're done for the evening. So remember, folks, play nice and keep your stick on the ice. The fucking Illuminati got me. What do you say, folks? We're done. Let's get out of here. Good night, everybody. See you later.
Good night.
Bye.